Hello, good morning everybody. Yesterday is the first day of the month. We are on the 1st of May 20, and we're going to look at our charts. We're going to look at the main charts. First of all, we look at them from monthly point of view, and then we see if there are any potential trade that we are going to have for the month. So on Euro USD, the first thing that I'm going to look at, we'll start from the monthly. Let's see what we have. We want to see if there's a very good formation. That is, if there's any clear trade that we may be looking for this month. So far, I'll delete these lines first of all. This is what I have. I have a trend line running all the way from the upper side up to this level, and then you also have this one here, this level, and then there's also this one. It's a very good zone that price basically went below, and then it has been able to remain below the same level. So we have a support, there's a break, price came back to the same point, and then it went down. So far as it is at the moment, it's still a sell for us. We're still expecting the price to proceed down, especially because it actually went below level. This is a key level. On the monthly chart, we are into a sell. That is the most important thing. What you need to know now, that this was a very good level, a support, a resistance, sorry. Price basically went above it, came back, a support here, then there was a break below, and then the previous month's candle could not do anything. Instead, it remained below 1.1241. So this is a sell. It's a possible continuation candle, but the correct place to do the sell is when the price retraces back up to this level. So we have a sell, but we're not going to sell it at the moment. The best place is to wait for price to get back up to around 1.1302. Wait for price to retrace back up to this level, then pick a sell from that point, expecting that sell to push price up to this level. So this also from the weekly chart, we actually have a level which was broken. The price basically went below a level here. This is the level where price broke below a support, there was a break, and currently price has retraced back to the same place. So this is a sell. This is a sell. Don't confuse this with anything. This is a sell. Euro USD, we are actually looking for a sell because price has retraced back up to a level it closed below during the previous week. So all we want now is for price to give us a clear signal. Let it give us a clear signal that we're supposed to sell. Then we'll be able to pick that sell at the least risk possible. So the best you should be doing is to sell it from the monthly level. Wait for price to get up to this level here, somewhere around 1.1309. Then sell it there. As you can see from the weekly, it's actually somewhere around this point. If the current week's candle can get back up to this point, then this is the perfect place to sell from. So you may want to sell it here, but the correct place is actually somewhere around this point. We move on to the next chart, which is GBP USD. Also that I'm going to look at it from the monthly point of view. GBP USD is here. GBP here. So on this one, we want to see, let's see what monthly is saying. Actually, on the monthly chart, if I remember yesterday, I actually had a level here. I had my lines drawn around this point, a support, this was a minor support. Price went below it, it came back, it went down, it should get back to the same, it got back actually. So we want the current move, which is in this current retracement, to proceed up to somewhere around this indicator. Then we'll pick a sell. So as it is at the moment from the weekly, we are still possibly heading to the upper side. There's a level here where price went above, literally as a resistance. Price broke above it, came back, closed above. This next candle actually closed above. Then the previous month's candle, which is April, also closed above. So this could be a sign that we are still heading upwards. The only thing is you're supposed to enter in such a way that you're not risking anything. So if you see a sell on the weekly, daily, just know that overall the trend could be upwards, such that the sell you're seeing here are just retracements. So we move to weekly. This is what we have on the weekly. This the price appears to be moving up, but the real thing is it is still upwards. It's moving up even on the weekly. We have a support here. We have a support there. Price went below. It's trying to get back to the same place. So this is, in my opinion, this is still a sell. This is still a good sell. The only thing is you're supposed to wait for a sell while the price is here. Then understand that on the weekly chart, on the monthly, sorry, we are long term heading up. So if you sell it wherever, anytime from now, just expect the sell to be going up to this point. So maybe this week the price may come back down up to this level where you're supposed to pick a buy, expecting that buy to push price even higher up to this resistance. So from the two indicators, which is the simple moving averages, this one 50 and 200, price is still below them, therefore this is still a sell. So we move on to our next chart, and that should be USD JPY. USD JPY, if you can remember, there was a pin bar which is supposed to be a sell, but we want to see it was supposed to be a buy, sorry. So far the buy has not been going as we expect. We want to see, are there any possible corrections we need to make on this pair? Is the thing we want to see yesterday. So the only thing I'm seeing here was that yesterday price actually went below some retracement. So this is a minor support here. Support, price went below, we are still below. We expect a sell from this point. So if you're a daily trader, you're an intraday trader, sorry, or you're a scalper, you should be looking for a sell around this place here. Look for a sell around this point. Look for a sell around this point. Expect price to be moving up to somewhere there. Then pick that sell. That sell should push price up to this support. So from the monthly, we are basically still upwards. We expect price to come back up to this level, the level we drew previously. We still expect price to be getting back to it despite everything you're seeing. We still expect price to come back up to this level because we basically bought from here. We've been buying and we are holding on to that monthly buy, expecting it to push price up to the top. So on this one also, I recommend you look for a buy. There may be a sell within today, but the sell are not as genuine as the buy we are seeing on the monthly. So we'll move forward. We'll move to the next chart. That should be SP500. So before I proceed, I'd like to say that today we're going to have a webinar, risk management, at 3 local time. That should be 12 your time, GMT. If you want to know how you can manage your risk, maybe you're finding it hard controlling trades, things like that, or maybe you keep entering trades without any good reason, then we are going to look at how you can overcome that under the risk management webinar. So ensure you sign up. It's free. Just sign up, go to the main FreshForex website, and then go to the education section. You're able to find the link there for watching. So we move on to the next chart, and that should be SP500. And this one, I hope you can still remember the webinar we did on 500, the one which was titled Everything to Do with SP500. So far, as I mentioned, somebody asked me during the webinar that this was a resistance, but I was indicating that you're supposed to buy. So if you sold it, you disregarded whatever we said that day, then probably you're supposed to have been hit by now with the stop loss. So the main reason I mentioned a buy was this, and this one I don't even have to look at it from the weekly. We are still actively upwards. Just look at this. The zones have colored. We have this, we have this, we have this, Also have this, and then also have this one. These places which I've marked here, they don't only indicate the moment when price was interacting with this indicator, they also show end of retracements. And on the lower side, we have this as a retracement. The act of price moving below 00, there's a retracement on this index. This a retracement, this a retracement. We also have some retracements here which I didn't mark on that day, but they are still retracements. And then there's also retracement here. So what this retracements actually means is that anytime the price retraces, it tends to remain above for a long time. Anytime it retraces, it remains, like in this case it retraces twice, but then it remained above for a longer time compared to the retracement. So I noticed that just recently here, price actually retraced slightly and has now broken above. So we expect this break to remain upwards. We expect it to remain above 00. That means we expect the price to proceed. As long as the price remains above 00, we expect price to be proceeding even higher. So the best you should be doing on this pair, as I said, is you should wait for price to retrace back, pick a buy from that point, expecting that buy to push price even higher. That's the best thing. That's what you need to be doing. Wait for price to retrace back to that resistance, then pick a buy after that retracement, expecting that buy to push price even higher. So we move forward to the next symbol, and that should be Brent oil. So on Brent oil yesterday actually indicated a buy. I said you're supposed to sell, and the main reason I said a sell was this, that the past week, which was this one, this was actually a sell pin bar happening around a key level. Support, price went below, came back, it bounced off of this level and even formed a sell pin bar. So this was a sell. This was a very good sell, and I said you're supposed to wait for price to come back up to the opening of this candle, this sell candle. So but as we speak now, you're supposed to be in a sell. Expect that sell to push price up to this level. Next level should be here. So as long as the price remains below 72.64 to 71.87, we're actually looking for a sell. So that pin bar is significant. It is extremely significant. Don't look at it like just a pin bar. Don't look at the trend, the upward trend. Listen, this pin bar could mark an end to this trend. The same way when price was heading upwards, this pin bar marked an end to that uptrend, and instead it reversed price. Then the same pin bar we see here, then we are seeing some other pin bar. So this could be a very good sign that you're supposed to sell. Brent oil, we're looking for a sell. That's the recommendation. You're supposed to look for a sell, especially if price can get back up to somewhere around 72.64. So we move forward to gold, and on gold I'm still having the same perspective from yesterday. I indicated that you're supposed to sell. I in fact took that sell. We are still in a sell. We expect that sell to be pushing price even lower. So if you look at the gold chart at the moment, we expect it to proceed downwards even on the monthly. Yes, gold should proceed downwards. And why I'm saying this is still downwards is this, that we just came from a good resistance. This was a major resistance here. You ought to have sold while the price was somewhere here. And then on the lower side, we have this as a clear level. This one. So we want the current downward move to push price up to this level, up to this trend line. So thank you very much. That should bring us to the end of today's market overview. See you again tomorrow at the same time.